Welcome to Learn by Choice. So in this video we are going to talk about the new labor codes. The current labor codes, whatever is applicable in the country, it's a concurrent subject. So concurrent means the part of the labor laws are formed by central government and the part of the labor laws are formed by the state governments. So there are a lot of overlappings and the labor laws are applicable in the country since independence. So the country has grown, technology has changed, and also a lot of employment potential also has changed, and the type of employment has changed. Working conditions have changed, and there are certain types of workers which is applicable to only male, and there are certain type of work which is applicable to only female. So to consider types of employment and various labor laws are available, and the labor laws are sometimes it is favoring towards the employer and sometimes it is favorable towards the employees. So because of favoring to some sector of people, and there are a lot of employment opportunities, there are new set of companies which are coming and setting up shops in the country. They are not able to set up because they are not able to perform their duty properly because of a lot of compliance, and also the cost of compliance also goes up. There are a lot of laws and there are a lot of licensing and lot of certifications you have to obtain before setting up the shop or before closing the shop. So the government has decided to revamp the existing labor laws, and in this video we will talk about in brief what about the various labor laws which are formed and what is the relevance of that. So industrial laws in India became very archaic. Archaic means very old and not kept pace with the industrial growth. This is a statement made by Mr. Justice N. Anand Venkatesh in the year 2019. So the labor laws has not changed since independence 1947, and now there is a need for changing these laws because the reasons which I told you. So there is a growth in the manufacturing and also service industries, and also there are a lot of IT and IT enabled jobs are coming. So the laws have to be modified so that it benefits not only the workers or the employees of those organizations but also the employers who are setting up the enterprises. And the primary aim of revamping this labor law is to provide job security. At the same time, it is also securing the enterprises. It means that employers also protected. So there are difficult times, this because of COVID. Since March onward, there are continuous lockdowns, and now the lockdowns are released slowly. And there are a lot of activities, service activities and manufacturing activity. These are all affected. There are a lot of job losses. As per official estimate, there are more than 2 crore jobs. It's lost in the past 6 to 7 months from March 2020 till date. 30% of 6 crore enterprises, it seems it's all closed. To protect this kind of job losses and also to protect the enterprises which are closed, maybe because of the reasons like COVID, and also in future maybe some other emergent situation may come which is forcing the companies to retrench the employees and also to close their shop. So new labor codes are 4 types of codes are available. Before forming this 4 labor code, there are 29 central enactments. So that is being merged into 4 labor codes. The 4 labor codes are Industrial Relations Code 2020 and Occupational Safety and Health Working Conditions Code 2020, Code on Social Security 2020 and Code on Wages 2019. This Code on Wages 2019 is already passed in the year 2019, and the 3 codes are passed recently. So what is Industrial Relations Code 2020? So the enterprises are the companies, small firms which are having 300 and less number of workers. They can hire and also they can retrench or fire the employees without permission of the government. Earlier this 300 was only 100. So because of that, what happened, the companies or the small firms, they try to employ only up to 100 employees so that they need not go to government for taking permission whenever they want to retrench or fire the employees. So now that 100 has become 300. So now companies can recruit up to 300 people and they can hire and fire as per their requirement. Industrial Relations Code 2020, it also restricts the workers to strike. You cannot go on strike without giving 60 days notice. So suddenly you cannot go for it. It is going to benefit the enterprises or the job providers. Then social security code, it is one of the important code. So in country, the old age security is very important. 88% of the people are employed in unorganized sector and they don't have any formal old age income security plan. So this social security code is also trying to provide this kind of old age income and also other securities like employees, injury, housing, education, skill upgradation, funeral assistance and old age home benefits. So under social security code, it is not only trying to provide the organized sector workers but also the informal sector workers. They are trying to provide this kind of social security cover. So informal means there are two kinds of major informal work in the country. One is gig workers. Gig workers mean they are not on the payrolls of the company but they are all employed as per the requirement. For example, majorly the Ola, Uber or this urban club kind of companies where the employees are you can tie up with them and as per your requirement, and you will be asked to do certain kind of job, and based on the job you perform you will be paid. So then other sector for the informal sector worker is platform workers. Platform means the online platform. You provide lot of jobs based on the online, and it is based on the specific type of jobs. You are not on the permanent role of the company. It is also similar to gig workers, but it's all basically it's happening through these online platforms. So companies can also use their CSR fund. CSR means the corporate social responsibility. So India is the first country to mandate companies to spend certain amount, especially 2% of the profit of the company if the company is earning certain amount of profit. So the average of 3 years, last 3 years profit, 2% they have to spend on corporate social responsibility. It means the amount has to be spent for some social welfare. This social security code is also talking about National Social Security Board. So this kind of board will be formed to oversee the features of social security code and its implementation. Then wage code bill, it is talking about providing minimum wages for certain kind of jobs, and also the wage has to be paid on a timely manner. Wage code bill is applicable across the sectors, not only for the formal or informal. It is inclusive in its approach, and this wage code bill also trying to equate the salary payment or the wage payment between men and women. There should not be any gender discrimination in the wage payout. The major thing what it is doing is the definition of wage. The wage is defined in different laws in different manner. So this is equalizing all these definitions, and it is trying to bring single definition for wage, so that the ultimate the stakeholders are benefited out of it. Then the occupational safety, here the respective state government, as I told you, the labor is a concurrent subject, whereas part of the law is in the central government and part is with the state government. The state government can exempt certain kind of factories or enterprises from the particular provisions of the code. So they can apply to the respective state government and they can take deviation approval. And work time limit also prescribed, it's 8 hours per day. Then women can also be employed in all kind of establishment and all kinds of jobs with adequate safeguard that can be done. Thank you for watching Learn by Choice. Please subscribe to Learn by Choice for more and more videos. Thank you.